So, hello everyone, it's time for Golden Kamuy, right? The craziest anime ever. This episode is insane. If you like my Golden Kamuy stuff, I know people straps and so on. Golden Kamuy is quite I keep saying a very underrated anime, but I really love it, right? And of course, after it was in Bleach, though, Bleach new openings I said before, and of course, the more change man. Here we go. Was that Steam bell again something? Yeah, they're like, oh yeah! Gay son. So, Kokai, do you know, guys? Hot stuff, yeah. I'm just like, ONSEN, it's gonna be all the guys, right? It's gonna be the guys in the ONSEN. Come on, show me all the men in the ONSEN. This is an anime which are all the guys. There's not really fan service it goes for. No, it's almost like just men. Here we go. Kimochi! Here we go. Here we go. This is gonna be a ridiculous scene where all the guys are in the onsen and flexing. Exactly. Here goes a new guy with muscles. I mean, it's Golden Kamuy. You can see all the guys half naked. Flexing. Oh, this anime. Oh, I love it. It's so stupid, dude. This is probably the most, like, muscle anime ever, yeah. So many times you see all the guy characters just standing flexing. No, but seriously, I mean, most anime, of course, you would have the female character, right? Showing off some oppas or whatever, right? But yeah, in this anime, no, it's a guy in a waterfall lying there being like, ah, yeah, it's so hot. But okay. Let's start with the fan service, Stuff with the cute fan service. This is my boss! No! Oh, this anime! I can't even show the scene. No, the guy, is trying to tell them, oh, isn't it strange over there in the floor? He's like, have you heard about this thing? Strange, isn't it, right? And the other guy is like, oh, it's so hot there. The guy's lying there in the waterfall with his man thing and like, yeah, hot springs. You're like, okay, yeah. Like, it's hard to focus on the guy trying to give them, only in Golden Kamuy, man, can you cry laughter immediately because it's like a couple of guys acting like complete weirdos in the onsen. Like, but honestly, I said that, every other anime, the onsen would be, right, in every other anime, the onsen would be like, ladies with big boobs, right, shaking around. Maybe hot guys too, like in Slime, you see all the guys flexing too, right? But in Slime, yes, it's all the ladies, in bikinis and the guys in bikinis, right? Yeah, be like, yeah. So that might happen sometimes, right? But in this anime, it's just like, it's a guy lying there like, yeah. It's very yaoi. Remember the sumo wrestling, sumo wrestling. But they all got high on that utter meat or whatever it was, yeah, and they all got like... Here is an onsen though. Yeah, but this is in here. They're all flexing here. Flexing in the onsen as well. Here it is. But here we go. Gonna stop flexing? No. They're gonna do more flexing in the onsen before the episode keeps going, right? No, they're gonna keep flexing. Yeah, we're still in the onsen, guys. Still in the yaoi place. Got this weird mole and so on. Bunch of weirdos. Yeah. I love everyone is really ripped though. This guy's also... Yeah, everyone is so muscular in this anime, right? Everyone is like... Yeah, everyone is so manly ripped, right? Everyone is just so much muscles. It's like, yeah, every random guy in the onsen got like freaking 16-pack or something. They got so much muscles. Oh, here we go. We couldn't see him, some smoke. Okay, maybe he's like a explosive guy? Maybe, right? Yeah, I'm thinking about the other guy was a medicine drug guy, right? They all got one crazy skill, right? So they were like, this guy disappeared in a smoke screen. So maybe he's some kind of, maybe he's an expert on explosions or whatever, right? But we already have that thing though, but yeah, we already have... He was like a dynamite guy. And we had a trap master who can build, you know, traps and trap doors and so on, you know, and other stuff. So, but maybe they were like, it was a mysterious smoke, so it's something like that probably. Man, it's most never gonna get weird, man. Yeah. The whole episode is just the weirdest onsen episode ever. They're back to the onsen again. Like the first 5 minutes is onsen, and now he's back, and the onsen is, you know, it goes out into his crack. Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's so it's so nice. Let's call it like it tickles me. Yeah, it tickles me. He's like, it tickles in the onsen. Like the whole episode is. It is the greatest onsen episode of all time. Yeah, it is the great. It truly is the greatest onsen episode of all of anime history. It's a bunch of muscular men constantly doing weird jokes in the onsen, man. It's only, I keep saying it, but only in Gonen Kamuy do we have a full episode of just a bunch of guys doing jokes in the onsen. Remember they had the wrestling, right? Yeah, not the wrestling, but I mean, they had both the Russian wrestling and then they had the Utter sumo wrestling. Right? So they had the wrestling at the martial art fight, right? The tournament arc. And then they also had, of course, the Utter sumo team. So they had two different, you know, very manly wrestling episodes, right? And now it's like manly massage here. I would say the episode is funny, but it kind of... I don't feel the progress in the plot that much, though, honestly. Yeah, they kind of like just having these guys doing weird stuff with each other. But I'm sure we're gonna... we're probably eventually gonna into that guy that were... they disappeared for them. They did something weird to disappear for them in the forest. They either use some tech, right, or maybe use some kind of plant, right? Yeah, like that guy is probably gonna come in soon here and be the next target, right? Probably. Probably is. Okay. You know the truth, right? Maybe. They can have a little side... Yeah, the mystery. Oh, okay. Beautiful Hokkaido landscape here. Yeah, all the onsens. Okay. Maybe this will get a flashback how he... Okay, so using the... I mean, using the stones, right, to like a... What's it called? Like a tailoring machine, whatever, right? Yeah, using the weights to kind of... yeah. No, it's cool. I like the machine, though, because it's like an old school, what's it called? Weaving machine. I don't know what it's called, but something like that. It's like an Ainu/Japanese weaving machine, right? I don't know exactly how... But I mean, I studied, you know, the... Industrial Revolution a lot, right? How they built the stuff in the beginning, right? So... It's like an old school, like a 1,000-year-old weaving machine, something like that. Interesting to see. But anyway, here we go. Okay. Is that behind him? He's very calmly stunned. Yeah. What? Yeah, and he got one. I like how he's very calmly was like, whatever, he's turned off the... But he has two different eyes. It's the... Yeah, it's like the pirate. I explain it later. Yeah, it's like that to handle different lighting effects. Probably. Yeah, so you use the different eyes so you can, you know, handle if it's too light. Yeah, it's like freaking pirate, man. He goes the pirate guy, but it's a pirate strategy. Exactly. So yeah, so what you do is you change the eye because you can handle different light settings. So one eye is used dark. One is a lightness. This is how pirates do it when you went up and down in decks, right? So, yeah, that's what I was gonna say there. There's an old school pirate strategy to handle when you go up on the deck or down on the deck, right? As a pirate. So one eye is used to the dark, one is used to the light. So that's easier to kind of... That's why some pirates actually weren't blind on one eye. They actually had an eye patch to kind of change that, right? the advantage of having like one light eye and one dark eye. Yeah, so that's what I thought immediately when he did that. Yeah, I mean that was kind of obvious to me, I guess. But that's a very like, it is a very classic pirate thing. Right? If you read some history about pirates and sailors, you know about the eye patch thing, right? The classic one light, one dark eye, right? So. He, of course, is a sound guy. Yeah, he got like Super Eye versus Daredevil. That is true. He got his weird, hearing thing that he had last season or 2 years ago. Oh, interesting. Yeah, they found him with some weird. Yeah, but he got his, he got the Daredevil strategy. I love it. He goes in here is the Bat guy who is just a super eye guy. Yeah, he got one eye power and one ear power. They're like freaking badass, man. These anime all is crazy. He got different weapons too, and they're they're using like their body armor for him. I love it. Yeah, all the guns. Yeah, he got so many guns on him that the guns he can throw out so many guns. Oh, this anime. I love it. Oh. Man, who calls him now then backstabs him? Oh, hey, this guy. Yeah, of course. That's how they met. Yeah, flashback. Of course. Explains how they met, right? Yeah, of course. That's how they teamed up. Kinda, team up. But I do love this hearing versus blind guy. Yeah, it is weird, man. Super hearing versus super sight, man. It's a weird anime. Oh, I got the pirate eye skill technique, so I'm super guy with that thing. Oh, you got your Daredevil strategy? Interesting. Let's fight. Interesting meeting there, definitely. But I wonder if it would honestly be better if we have this fight and then they were friends. Because now we're kind of like hanging out in ONSEN as friends. So we kind of know how it's going to end. Yeah, I have to say that the tension of this fight isn't that high, right? Because we kind of know that everyone's going to survive. Because they're talking about their fight in the... Unless I'm completely lost here in the fight happening afterwards. No, it is a weird fight, man. Yeah, it's weird, man. They already had this... Man, I got a bit lost there, man. Yeah, what am I saying? I feel some weird episodes that we're missing completely all the main cast. Yeah, it's not even following... There's so many characters knowing Gonin Kamuy. That's the thing too. Yeah, we're not even following Sugimoto and even the other guys, right, that are more involved in the main story. We're following like the third degree supportive characters. We're like, oh yeah, we're following these guys. It's I'm not saying it's bad, but I think the interesting in Kamuy is like, oh, we got like 50 characters. We got it's a little bit of a One Piece feel to it. Oh, we gotta go and follow these guys now. You remember these guys? Now they get their own little episode here as well, right? But now there is a kind of ice cave or something. The sound guy is definitely gonna have advantage here, though. Yeah, exactly. The sound guy. This is like having ability, yeah, again, he's a Daredevil guy, right? He obviously lured him in here because of, yeah, he can hear his ice stylites, whatever it's called. Not that. It's gonna hear when they're breaking, so. I need to think of like every character in this anime has like 25 gun wounds. Like every person is like, I'm gonna fix my leg now. He shot me in the leg. I feel like every person has been shot like at least 20 times in the leg or the thigh or the arm, you know. Like this kind of, flesh wound that won't kill you, but it's like every goddamn poor character has at least 10 gun wounds. A lot of scars. I guess they should do kind of randomly now then. And of course it's two different paths here, classic, yeah, of course it's like... So you're gonna have to split up now, right? You're gonna have to split up, of course, and go into... Yeah, exactly, not this split up here. Let's see something. I mean, maybe you could track him still though by... What if you track him, but like if he starts stuff or something? Maybe a foot pattern on the ground though? In reality, I think you probably could see a foot pattern in this place, because this would definitely be wet probably in the cave here. Oh, nice, he got like a fire, he like a torch. Yeah, gets him. See? This is what I mean, he didn't die. Every character gets like a 5 flesh wounds, yeah. Another, it's just a flesh wound. It's just another arm or a leg hit, yeah. Every character gets like 10 hits, 10 bullets in their legs or arm, or, you know, 5 each, 5 per arm or leg, whatever. Something like that. But yeah, some bats there too. Fitting, as he was the bat guys, because there's some bats in the cave, right? Yeah, fitting for... I see the sun's going down now, so I'm gonna put on a lamp here, right? Yeah, drop a lamp here. Sorry about... Yeah, the sun went down when I started recording. So it is, right? It's quite late here, right? So, yeah. Oh shit, didn't see that. Oh my god, my katana. Yeah, that was up behind Aqua there. I didn't see it. Think about it. Whatever, better. Poor Aqua. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yesterday I changed the order, so this one over that one. That's why I started the space in between there. But yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, someone stepped on a branch or something, like, immediately it's like, I will kill you. Oh yeah, now it's like, remember we survived the winter together by hugging? It was very yaoi. You know, this is true, of course. You body heat, right? I mean, ever heard about this thing, right? You high up together to, of course, you know, retain body heat as well as giving you shelf protection against the weather, right? But standing next to each other, right, it also take less wind damage or whatever, right, to your body. So, I mean, because if you and me, it's this, right? Your back and my back hit by the snow, right? But our stomachs, you know, are, you know, not hitting the snow. So yeah. So by standing together in a group of that, right, you're also, you know, minimizing the snow or the wind that hits you, right? So helps like that as well, right? You basically are trees for each other, right? Yeah. So of course, but very fitting this anime to be like, we need to do a manly hug together. Yeah, we need to all team up and do a big friendly hug, right? So we all can protect stuff from the winter. Yeah, very fitting this anime. Definitely. That's on purpose, though. I guess that's a trap. Yeah, that felt weird. That's like he did it on purpose. Maybe. I think he tried to trick him nearby. What's he doing? I felt like he did it on purpose, like ripped off the branch so he would hear it, and then start shooting around him to confuse him, or something like that. Yeah, like I would do a lot of sounds. I felt the strategy was I will confuse him by massive amount of sounds, right? Typical daddy weakness. Yeah, by doing. Sounds like an avalanche coming now, though. It's a lot of sound. Like what? An avalanche coming? Yeah, he got an avalanche. Yeah, exactly. It's like I lost. Oh my god, I love this anime! It's just like, I lost! This anime is so... Oh, this character, it's just like, oh, an avalanche! Oh, he got me good! Right, it's just like, yep, that was a good strategy. Lost. Oh my god, this is what I love this anime. He stands there like, huh, that's true. With a lot of sound and avalanche to come. Oh, I'm dead. He stands there like, yeah, it's my lose today. He's like, I'm proud of you. I take the lose. Very impressive. Right. Oh my god. He's making these weird laughter breakout things. Yeah, back to the weaving lady. Yeah, so alive, eh? Oh, I love this anime. Oh, the characters is like, oh, an avalanche strategy. Oh, he got me. He got me. I'm proud of it. I respect that. They did die from that, and then they, pulled up his body, right? Oh, that was cool. Yeah, I got that phone call there, who calls there. I was saying that, he get the body after the snow, right? Yeah, so he can get the... But yeah, I don't know why I asked earlier. I don't know why I thought flashback. Yeah, earlier, I don't know why I thought it. For a second, I was like, oh, this is... And now, I don't know. I'm blaming I'm tired today. Yeah, that was stupid of me. I was like, For a moment there, after the commercial break, I was like, why is this flashback going now for? I was like, what I'm saying, it's not a flashback. But I said earlier, I was like, wait, it's not a flashback. That's why I changed my mind earlier. I was like, why did I say that for? Whatever, yeah. But for a minute there, I was confused, man. For a minute, I was like, oh, what is happening? Oh, nice. And they got the skin, of course. Yeah. But that's probably fine. If the body gets frozen, you can get the map from the skin, right? That probably wasn't damaged too much. Also, if you do it, if anything, it maybe it preserves it, right? If anything, it might even make it better quality, right? If you. Okay, it's finally back to our beloved. Oh yeah, there she is. Is it the same lady then? No, maybe. I sort of the same. I don't know, but no, it doesn't have the same face tattoo, right? Because the exact same clothing, but okay, she makes it with her mouth, and then she. Yeah, that looks healthy. Oh, Bashan! That's how Bashan makes food. Yeah, he uses a mouth to make it. It tastes great though. Yeah. It tastes great though. It's anime. It's half a cooking anime. It's a cooking anime. We all know that. Yeah. No, wrong. No, it's like, oh, bye, Sean. No, it was great, man. They only have some all good Ainu food together, yeah. Now they're all super into Obashan here. Please be my grandma. Yeah. They were all like, please adopt me, grandma. This anime just into his mouth. What is wrong with this anime? Oh, this is what I expect Chainsaw Man to be. Some kind of weird mouth feeding. Oh my god, this is what I expect Chainsaw Man to be. Golden Kamuy stuff. Yeah, with like what is happening? But yeah, they were always great. This whole eating the food first, just spitting it back in. Great solution, man. Oh, that is straight up what I expect. I'm only right for Chainsaw Man. That's what I expect from Chainsaw Man. That's what I, as an anime only, expect for Chainsaw Man. That the character do some weird mouth feeding. Oh shit. That was disgusting. Man. But it's a good episode. We had a super here with a super sight, right? What a cool fight. And then but it's just a typical, as I said right earlier, it's so incredibly Golden Kamuy, right? First, it's of course weird, like 5 minutes of weird onsen scenes. So everyone is like, oh yeah, the onsen, woo! First, it's just like this is the weirdest onsen, yaoi onsen time, right? For like 5 minutes, and it's super strange. It's very, very Golden Kamuy, right? And then they go to the next, like, 10 minutes or maybe the more is, this like weird, cool action fight. Like, oh, I got a pirate strategy. Oh, I got the Echolode Daredevil, right? They have this fight, and then it ends with like some weird feeding where they feed each other with their mouths in the spear. And you're like, right, is this some kind of hentai now? Did that turn on some weird, two girls? What's happening? Yeah, you're like, well, how did I get there? God, I am going to Kamuy. God, a crazy episode. I like the fight. Again, I kept laughing. I love the scene when he was like, oh shit, I'm dying. He was like, oh, an ambulance. Good job. But he's like, I'm proud of you defeating me. Yeah, it's like, okay. Love that shit. Oh, that was crazy, man. And you said earlier in the rest, right? The whole eye thing, I saw it immediately because it's a very famous thing that the pirates, right? The reason is because if you go down, but if you go down under, in the ship's deck, right, it's very dark down there. It's very bright, right, on the seas, right, on the deck, so on the upside deck. So you actually have one eye that can then change back and forth, right? So one is for the use for the dark, one is for the light. And the actual real specific thing is the lack of A vitamin. So you actually still have the issue though, even if you eat a lot of carrots or whatever, right? But it's like, it was called the ribosome. Maybe I said English for now, but it's called a ribosome, I believe. And it's the power of the eye to change the pupil size, basically, right? To be able to handle a lot of light or darkness, right? And that takes a lot of like A vitamin to produce that, and also it takes energy, whatever, effort, right, for your brain every time you go back and forth. That's why you have one eye then that's like constantly black or dark. But honestly though, in modern time, right, if you eat a lot of A vitamin, and people all say that carrot is a myth, but actually carrots gives you a lot of A vitamin, right? Carrots can heal your blind eyesight, but the whole myth that the people say that it's a myth today that carrots like gives you better sight. It doesn't give you better sight, but the thing is that if you don't have A vitamin, then your eyes can't handle that, difference between dark and light. You can't handle going in and out and so on. Then you need to basically do this shit, right? Basically, right? So you can't handle that. So today it's like you probably don't need to eat carrots, right? Because you have it in all the food too. But in the past, it really was like a lot of people had used like scurvy, right? This lack of C vitamin. So they had a lack of A vitamin, right? And that's why you really needed this eye thing. It still helps even if you have A vitamin too, but definitely, as a sailors, right? They had scurvy, and they also lacked this ribosome thing then, right? So they couldn't actually do the proper like thing. So they really needed to do something like this, right? And that's kind of the backstory of it, right? Anyway, please subscribe, but I should get my bleach with that.